The modern economic system depends on something far more fundamental than most people realize. Not just money, not just markets, not even governments or institutions. It depends on participation. It depends on people waking up every day, going to work, earning income, spending money, and repeating that cycle again and again. This continuous participation is what keeps the system functioning. Without it, the entire structure begins to slow down. From the moment people wake up, they enter into a structured economic cycle. They trade time for income, income for goods, and goods for survival and comfort. This pattern appears natural, almost invisible, but in reality, it is carefully reinforced through economic design. Every paycheck, every purchase, every bill paid is part of a larger system. That depends on continuous activity. Your labor creates value. It contributes to production, supports services, and drives output across industries. But your income does more than reward your effort. It enables consumption, and that consumption is what keeps businesses alive. In this way, each individual plays a dual role, both as a producer and as a consumer within the same system. In many ways, the system does not simply reward work, it requires it. Without consistent labor participation, income generation slows. When income slows, spending declines. When spending declines, businesses struggle. And when businesses struggle, employment opportunities shrink. This creates a feedback loop that reinforces the need for continuous participation. Work is not just a personal responsibility. It is economic fuel. It powers production, drives income, and sustains demand. Every hour worked contributes to a larger network of transactions. That keeps money flowing. Without this flow, the system begins to lose momentum. When income is created, spending follows. And when spending happens, businesses grow, taxes are collected, and economic activity expands. This creates a continuous flow of money that moves through every layer of the system. It is not a single transaction that matters, but the consistency of millions of transactions happening every day. Most people live inside a loop. Work, earn, spend, repeat. This cycle is not random. It is essential. It maintains balance, supports stability, and ensures that economic activity continues. Breaking this loop at scale would create instability across the system. Modern economies are built on movement. Money must circulate. Spending is not just encouraged, it is necessary. It keeps businesses profitable, supports employment, and sustains growth. When spending slows, the system reacts immediately. Businesses rely on workers not only to produce goods and services, but also to consume them. This dual dependency creates a tightly connected system, where production and consumption are inseparable. Governments depend on economic participation through taxes. Income tax, consumption tax, and corporate tax all rely on activity. Without work and spending, government systems lose revenue and stability. Debt reinforces the need to work. Loans, mortgages, and financial obligations tie future income to present decisions. This creates long-term dependency on continued participation in the system. As the cost of living increases, the need for income becomes even more important. Inflation, rising expenses, and economic pressure all contribute to maintaining participation in the system. Even as technology evolves and automation increases, the system still depends on participation. This creates a paradox. Efficiency increases, but the need for economic activity remains. The system needs you to work because work powers everything. It drives production, enables consumption, sustains businesses, and supports governments. It is not just part of the system, it is the foundation of it. Follow Capital Blueprint. Learn how money really works.